Hi there, this is Janet Gerson-Siegel, and I'm the Lonely Writer. This is serious social media help for the independent author. The independent author is defined as being a writer who does not yet have an agent. Now, this month I'm doing daily prompts for NaNoWriMo, and the prompts are in kind of an interesting order. So if you were to follow them sort of lockstep, one after another, you probably wouldn't get a terribly coherent story. So instead, I would suggest that you sort of flip it, look at them in a different order, double up, skip a few, look at them later, certainly, go crazy and have fun with them. So today's prompt is a little different, and it's a phrase, and it's "for want of a nail." Now, this is actually an old poem. Benjamin Franklin kind of wrote, I don't think he wrote this, I think he knew about it and just published it. So what he's saying is, for want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the message was lost. For want of a message, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. So here is this small thing. I mean, horseshoe nails aren't really tiny, but they're small enough that it seems to be like this little sort of nagging detail. And if you mess up your details, essentially what this is saying is, if you screw up your details or you don't pay attention to them, there can be much greater consequences. Now let's sort of flip this script a little bit, because he's saying, this small thing matters greatly. So this tiny overlooked detail changed history. And so it kind of comes along to the same question of, like, what is a multiverse? If there's philosophically an infinite number of possibilities, then in one universe, every single thing is identical to our universe, except that instead of, let's say, brushing my hair back with my left hand 1 second ago, I did it with my right. And that seems silly, but it's just one small change. I mean, if you philosophically are looking at there being the potentiality of an infinite number of universes, then you're talking about even the most trivial differences between them. And so that's what we're talking about here. But so if we flip this, if we're looking at science fiction in particular, I think the phrase "for want of a nail" can be really compelling in that, what if we're looking at time travel? What if there's the old story, The Sound of Thunder, where a person goes back in time and they accidentally step on a butterfly, and that changes a number of things, but most importantly, it changes the outcome of an election so that a tyrant is elected, and all is basically lost, and it's because this poor butterfly lost its life. And so you don't really see the correlation, because it's a difference of 65 million years ago. And so there's so many other things that go on. But that one thing was the catalyst. And that's basically what the rhyme is talking about. So also there's the question of alternate history. Again, but maybe something a little bit bigger than just where you brush your hair back. What happens if Lincoln decides he's not going to see a play that day? Or John F. Kennedy says, let's put the top up on the convertible when we go to Dallas. It's small things that may feel small, but they change things. And, we know, because we've got 20/20 hindsight, we can see really where it changes. So my question to you is, do these tiny things really matter? And so what does "for want of a nail" actually mean to you? Finally, once again, my name is Janet Gerson-Siegel, and I'm the Lonely Writer, because an independent writer never has to be alone. Thank you for listening, and good luck with NaNoWriMo.